Awesome. Hello, everyone. Today is October 25th, 2021, coming up on Halloween. This is a meeting of the SIG Network Policy API subgroup to SIG Network. It is a CNCF certified meeting, so let's please be nice to each other. You are being recorded, and yeah, let's have a good day today. So not much on the agenda. I'll share the agenda. I see there are two folks who I don't recognize here. So do either of y'all want to kind of give a little intro why you're here, what you're interested about network policy, etc.? No pressure.
I'll start. My name is Mark. I work at Google along with Satish. I'm going to be working on a network policy project with him in this upcoming quarter.
Awesome. Good to have you, Mark. That's great to hear. We need help. As you can see, not many people here today, and we have a lot to do. So, what about you, Sugang?
Hi, everyone. My name is Sugang. I also come from Google Kubernetes Engine, and I work with Mark. We are in the same team, and I've been here once, maybe a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yep, right. Sorry about that. Great, awesome. Well, thanks y'all for hopping in. I think for today the agenda is pretty open. We can give a little backstory and feel free to ask any questions. Right now, one of the big major initiatives that I've been part of with Abhishek and Sanjeev and a few others and Satish has been cluster network policy. So that's been taking up most of my time. But we have another few initiatives in the pipeline, such as network policy status, which I think we need to figure out to help Vinay, also from Google, with setting up service selectors and different types of extensions to network policy. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Do either of y'all have any questions, for onboarding, anything along those lines? I'm going to take that as a no. Do you know what you're going to be working on with Satish at this point? Is it going to be network policy v2, or are you both focusing on the expansion of selectors?
I haven't decided which part I'm going to work on, but Vinay told me to participate into this meeting more and to pick one that I'm interested in. So I'm probably going to explore it first, then decide what to do next.
Awesome.
Hey, Andrew. So I wanted to get more people involved in our group because we're trying to push through a couple of caps. So Sugang is going to be involved in some of these efforts.
Yeah, no worries. Mark and Sugang gave a brief intro, which I appreciate. And yeah, I'm excited to have more people here. We need help. We need people to keep pushing. I was just saying today, we don't really have anything on the agenda unless you have anything to add, Vinay. I was just kind of giving an overview of what's going on.
Yeah, so as I told you, right, like last week I'd taken, we had a Thursday, Friday off. So I was planning to convert those docs, like as we talked in the last meeting, into Word docs and get some consensus.
Yep.
On the user story. So the first step is to make them into publicly readable and commentable document, and anyone who wants to join in feel. We have a draft version, so please add your name to the doc and we can use the doc be a place where we resolve major items, and then we can start the cap and start resolving the rest of the comments on the GitHub.
Sounds good. Yeah. Whenever you get, I had already given it an initial look, Vinay, but whenever you get a chance to give it a poke, feel free to poke us in the channel just so I see it and know to go back again. We had the same thing. We were off on Friday, so I'm kind of catching up behind too. Great. Yeah. The other main thing that I really I know you've kind of been a part of, we've talked about it now a couple times, is the ongoing work with status cap. So that would be, I think, a good one for someone newer to hop in on and start helping out with. I gave a review last week to the KEP, but I want to talk to Ricardo about if he wants to own it anymore, or if we should have someone else, own that PR, own that enhancement. That's kind of
So,
my.
so that will be enhancements to the existing network policy CRD, not necessarily like coming up something in the new version, right?
Right, exactly. And I think if we could answer some of the questions that are laid out on that KEP, it'd be easier for us to look at expanding selectors for network policy and also expand selectors for cluster network policy in the future. So it's kind of like future proofing the design of the API, especially if we can figure out how to lump, I don't want to say versioning, how to lump feature support into the status. So yeah, that's just kind of a brief overview of what we're doing for the newer folks. We also have a repo that has not been being used very much, SIG Network Policy API. Let me get the link. And I would love to, I'm super open. Anyone who wants some of their first upstream contributions, if they want to add documents, if they want to add, have good ideas of what information we can put there. I'm open to anything having to do with network policy. Considering putting Cyclonus there, which is a cool tool. Let me link kind of around network policy from Matt Fenwick, an engineer over, I think, at VMware. So yeah, just kind of opening up the floor there for the newer folks.
Okay.
So you mentioned the V2 API. Do we have a timeline on sort of start and sort of estimated finish of that? Is it a 1 year or 2 year? What is your?
I think it needs someone owning it and driving it. Prasad and Nadeem from Juniper at first had some really good ideas. CMP got stuck for a while. They kind of stopped to wait on CMP, and I haven't heard from them since. So there is no one currently, I think, driving that. So I can't even give a time to completion.
Okay, but that's fine. But if there is nothing, so we all are aware of that. We probably need a V2 at some point, but okay.
Yeah, I think it's a limitation of manpower and commitment, right? I see security, native Kubernetes security really falling with network policy, really falling into the limelight in the next year or two. So
from our side, like I said, we're going to start. If nothing has happened a year from now, we will definitely start pushing. But I really hope that someone has started doing things on the V2 before that. But that's a time frame for me, like Q3, where we can do, if someone needs to go in and drive.
Right. And in the past, we've had a bunch of good ideas. We have people come in, kind of start it, and then it trails off. And that's what kind of keeps happening. That was a reason we made the SIG Network Policy API repo to kind of preserve any work that gets done. So that's where we're at.
All right.
But I'd say my main focus right now in my upstream contribution time is still on CMP. And so we've just been updating the KEP for that, trying to get it pushed forward.
You had a new pull there, right? Pull 10 or whatever it was.
Yeah, that was just, it's actually a pull against the same old KEP that Sanjeev had put up. So we've just been collaborating on the KEP by opening up PRs against Abhishek's branch. It's a little bit easier. But I think we're pretty much moved towards conclusion there, hopefully in the next week or two. None of the CMP folks are here today. So
yeah, and I missed a couple of weeks, but I mean the priorities and all that is sorted out, or
for now, the priorities, I think we've agreed on keeping it simple. You can't have two. So priority conflict resolution is essentially you can't have two priorities or two CMP instances.
But you have order. So the ordering is, I should say then, the ordering is resolved.
Yes. It will be explicit priority, numbered priority ordering. Cool. Hey, Satish, I saw you just hopped on. I posted this PR Sanjeev put up the other day for the enhancement on CMP KEP. Feel free to give that a review if you want. I already did, but it's not too big. Yeah.
Sure. Thanks, Andrew. I'll take a look at that. So is the link published in the notes?
It's in the agenda on under October 25th CMP update.
Yeah, sounds good.
And then do you have anything to add, Satish? I don't really have anything else for today.
So we've actually, Sanjeev, Rahul and me have actually caught up last week, and we have reached a common agreement on how like having multiple applies to. So I think that's already resolved. So yeah, there's nothing more to add, I think.
Cool. Yeah, that's actually already pretty much finished in that PR. So that's cool.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. So we'll just keep working on CMP. Abhishek and Sanjeev aren't here today, but I know Abhishek was on vacation last week, so I know they're actively going to be back on it this week. Okay. Are there any other questions for today? If not, we're all going to get a bunch of time back.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds, yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, hey, thanks everybody. Please let me know, Vinay, Satish, if there's anything we need help on. And if anyone has ideas for how we can spice up the network policy API repo, please let me know. That'd be a really great way to get involved. Or if you have an intern or something, that'd be a great place for them to start. So that's all I have. Thanks everyone so much for a good meeting today. And we will sync up next week.
Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers.